Shri Matre Namaha Guru Kataksham Ambalanakram Paripurnam. Welcome to this third part video of Mantra Matraka Pushpamala Sthavam. This Mantra Matraka Pushpamala Sthavam, if you want to know deeper meaning, you start from the first part. And this Mantra Matraka Pushpamala Sthavam is like offering Shodashopachara Puja as a Manasika Puja. Now in this video, I'm going to walk you through from to the 9th stanza. Most importantly, if you are interested in going deeper into Shakti Path, I am conducting a free online workshop which is Shakti Awakening with the power of Lalita Sahasranamam. I have given a WhatsApp group link below this video. You can join the group where I'll be sharing the details of the upcoming workshop which you can attend and go deeper into Shakti Sadhana. Antaram madanasya nandayasi tairangora nangochvalai यैर्भृङ्गावलि नीलकुन्तलभरैर्बध्नासि तस्याशयम् तानीमानि तवाम्ब कोमलतराण्यामोदलीलागृहान् यामोदाय दशाङ्गगुग्गुलघृतैर्धूपैरहं धूपये. This 9th stanza starts with her. Now this is the 9th Bijaksharam of Panchadashakshari or Panchadashi mantra, and this is the Madhyakuta. And this stanza explains the dhupam, which is offering the incense to Ambal, which is the next upachara. It says Hantaram Madanasya Nandayasir Angaihi, which is with your divine limbs, through which you delight the destroyer of Madana, which is the Kama, the one who destroyed Kama is Lord Shiva. Angaihi Ujvalaihi. Ambal's body is so radiant, it's so beautiful, shines so powerfully. And Yair Bringavali Neela Kuntala Bhari. Bringa is the bees. The Ambal's hair, it seems like swarm of bees. Tani imani tavamba komala tarani amoda leela grihani, which means, Ambal is emitting the divine fragrance. For enhancing that fragrance, I am offering the dhupa, which I am offering dashanga guggulu ghrutaihi. Ghrita is the ghee, and dashangam and guggulu are all fragrance, which is called samrani. Aham dhupaye. I am offering this dhupam, mama. Offering dhupam is the next upachara. Let us understand a little deeper meaning here. Here it is mentioned as Ananga. Ananga is Kama, or the Manmatha. He does not have a body. When Shiva and Parvati has to get married, Shiva was in deep meditation, and to ensure Shiva gets married to Parvati, Kamaraja strikes the arrow on Shiva to create the desire. But what happens is, because Shiva's meditation was disturbed, he opens the eyes and destroys. Through his third eye, he destroys, he completely burns down Manmatha. Rati, who is devotee of Mata, Lalitambika, prays to Ambal and requests Ambal, pleads Ambal to get back her husband, who is Manmatha, and Ambal graces Manmatha. And that's the reason, even though Manmatha revives, but he does not have body. Without body, he is able to captivate the entire world, and that is possible because he has completely surrendered to Ambal's feet. He is one of the devotee of Ambal, and even though he does not have body, he has the power of captivating the entire world. So, which means if you surrender to Ambal's feet, no matter whatever shortcomings you may have, with Ambal's grace, you will be overcome any shortcoming and you'll be able to achieve anything in this world. That is what we need to understand with this stanza. And offering dhupam becomes the act of cleansing the inner self to awaken that higher consciousness and prepare the heart for deeper connection with Mata Lalitambika. So this is the 9th stanza which completes the upachara of dhupam. Let us move on to the 10th stanza. Lakshmi mujvalayami ratna nivahodbhavasvate mandire मालारूपविलम्बितैर्मणिमयस्तम्भेषु सम्भावितैः चित्रैर्हाटकपुत्रिकाकरघृतैर्भव्यैर्गधैर्वर्धितैः दिव्यैर्दीपगणैर्धिया गिरिसुते सन्तुष्टये कल्पताम्. This stanza, 10th stanza, starts with the 10th Bijakshar of Panchadashi mantra, which is La. Now, this stanza is of the Upachara offering Deepam Samapayami, offering the light to Ambal. So it says Lakshmi Mujvalayami, which means I illuminate the radiance of prosperity in a temple that shines with various kinds of jewels. Mala Rupa Vilambita, or with garland which are, hanging down. Manimaya Stambeshu Sambhavitaihi. The pillars are adorned with various kinds of gems. Chitrair Hataka Putrika Karadhrutaihi, which means various attendants are holding the lamps, golden lamps in their hands. Gavyair Ghृtair Vardhitaihi. These lamps are filled with Gavya. Gavyair Dhrita. Gavya is the cow. Ghृta is ghee. So the cow's ghee, which means it's the pure ghee. Filled with this, lamps are filled with pure ghee. Divyair Deepa Ganaihi, which means with groups of divine lamps. Giri Sute, O Amma, who is the daughter of Giri mountains, who is Parvati, Santushtaye Kalpata, which means may this offering of this Deepam satisfy you. So here you have to not only visualize offering the lamp, you have to visualize the entire place, the abode of Ambal, exactly how this verse is saying here, constructed entirely with radiant gems. There are thousands of pillars, the golden pillars, and each pillar is filled with gems. These gems don't merely shine, they absorb and multiply the light. Her entire place glows because the entire various universes are there, right? All the universes are getting their energy from Ambal's abode. So it says there are thousands of pillars, rows of lamps are hung like garlands, like massive garlands in the hallway of her palace. Various maidens holding lamps in their hands, which are filled with cow's ghee. This light is magnified and it is always eternal. Here you need to understand, we are not lighting the lamp for Ambal. Ambal is the light herself. So which means each and everything, the gems, everything is radiating light. The pillars, the golden pillars, there is various lamps being held by the maidens, and this light is Ambal's consciousness shining through these lamps. If you look at it, in our scriptures, traditionally, cow's ghee signifies purity and auspiciousness. And by lighting lamp with cow's ghee, that is what you have to do at your home every Friday, if not every day, every Friday, light cow ghee lamp in your home, and you will be inviting, attracting auspiciousness, abundance, prosperity into your life. So this offering of Deepam which is coming from the purity of your mind with that inner illumination. That is the Deepam that you are offering. Then you will start attracting auspiciousness and abundance into your life. If your mind is feeling dark, if you're feeling confused, you're feeling heavy, this stanza is the one that brings light. Not external light, but inner illumination, where you'll have the clarity. Your mental clarity will rise when you are chanting this stanza. Your energy will rise and your inner space lights from within, which is nothing but you'll have more clarity. You know what to do, you know how to do. That will come out with Ambal's grace when you start visualizing this. So if you're having struggle internally, chant this stanza. Moving on to the next stanza, which is the 11th stanza. Hrimkareshwari tapta hataka krutaihi sthali sahasrair bhratam दिव्यानं घृतसूपशाकभरितं चित्रान्नभेदं तथा दुग्धान्नं मधुशर्करादधियुतं माणिक्यपात्रे स्थितम् माशापूपसहस्रमम्बसफलं नैवेद्यमावेदये. Now this is the next upachara, which is Naivedyam. So this stanza starts with the Bijaksharam Hreem. So it says Hreemkareshwari, which means the one who is the queen of the Hreem mantra, which means Ambal is the embodiment of this supreme mantra Hreem. Tapta hatake kritahi sthali sahasrair bhratam. Sthali is plates, sahasram is thousands of golden plates, which means there are food that is being kept for Naivedyam in thousands of plates, which means there are so many varieties of food being offered as Naivedyam to Ambal. Divyannam Ghrita Supa Shaka Bharitam. Divyannam is the food, the divine food. Divya is the divine food. Annam is the food filled with Ghrita. Ghrita is ghee. Supa is like, we can say like soup. Yeah. And Shaka is the vegetables. Bharitam is filled with, which means there are various kinds of vegetable dishes that is being kept in various plates. Then Chitrana Bedham Tatha, which means Chitranam is variety rice, like lemon rice, puliodarai, coconut rice. So various kinds of rice is variety rice is Chitranam. Bedham Tatha, beautifully prepared various dishes. Dugdhanam, Dugdha is the Dugdhanam is the curd rice. Now this curd rice is prepared with Madhu Sharkara Dadhiyutam, which means Dadhi is the milk, Madhu is honey, Sharkara is sugar. So it's been prepared with all these together. Manikya Patre Sthitam. This is being served in Manikya. Manikya is the ruby vessels, ruby bowls. Masha Pupa Sahasram, which means thousands of Masha Pupa. Masha Pupa is Masha Pupa is the Urad Vada. Pupa, there is also sweet. Apupa is also called sweet. We call it as Adursam or Appam, which is prepared with Urad dal. Saphalam Naivedyama Vedai. Saphalam is various kinds of fruits I am offering to you as Naivedyam. So if you look at it, we get an idea what are all the dishes that we have to offer to Ambal as Naivedyam. So offering various kinds of food to Ambal is the Naivedyam. And here we have to go one step deeper. It is about offering ourselves, surrendering ourselves. It is not just the physical food, but you are offering your ego, you are offering your identity, you are offering your inner nourishment. And in that moment, you are asking Ammal to accept the offer. In return, you are asking to nourish your consciousness. When that inner consciousness is strengthened, it's nourished, you can achieve anything with Ambal's grace. So this is the 11th stanza. So with this stanza ends the Madhyakuta mantra. So there are 3 kutas in Panchadashakshari mantra. Madhyakuta ends with this stanza. Let's meet with 12th stanza in the next video. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comment section. I'll be happy to help you. Guru Kataksham Ambalanugraham Paripurnam Shri Matre Namaha.